We're going to do the colorized frog assignment in Photoshop, and I'm going to follow the worksheet, so you can look at the worksheet along while you're doing this, or you can just watch the video, and you can pause the video if you need to see something again. So I've already opened up, as you can see, the image. Number 2 says to duplicate the image. So to duplicate the image, I go to Image, Duplicate, and I'm going to call the image, I'm going to call the duplicate Tree Frog Copy, just like it says right here. I just click OK. So now I have two images. I have the original up here, and I have the copy down here. So I'm going to change this copy to a black and white. I'm on number 3 now, and I do that by going Image, Mode, Grayscale. Grayscale is basically black and white. So I click there, click on Discard. Don't worry about that. So now I have a black and white or a grayscale image. So now I'm going to select part of the frog I want. I click on the lasso tool and make sure my feather option up here says 10 pixels right there. And I'm going to just kind of trace a little picture. I'm going to get kind of close to the frog, and oops, that's fine, doesn't matter that much. So there we go. And if you don't like it, you can do it again. So I've got the selection. That was number 4-2. Number 5 says to select the inverse. So I go Select Inverse. And now I've got all this part selected, and I'm going to delete it and turn it black. To do that, I'm on number 6. It says turn the background black. I press D on the keyboard. That gives me my default colors of black and white. I hold down the Option key while I press delete, and it fills that whole area in with black. And it's feathered, so you see how it kind of goes from black, solid black, to a color, but it does it gradually. That's called the feather effect. Okay, now I'm going to change this back to a color because I want to put some color in it. So I'm going to go back up here. This is number 7. Image, Mode, RGB Color. Okay, so I turn that back. Now it's a color image again. And I'm going to create a border. So I'm on number 8. It says to go to Select, Modify, Border. And it's already selected here 10. So I click OK. Mine says 10. You might have to change yours. So now I have a little border there, and I'm going to fill that in with a color. So number 8-2 says to select the color I like. So I'm going to go over here to my colors, pick a color. Now I'm going to pick a color that's in this. See how this little cursor is turned into an eyedropper? I'm going to go up here to the color image and pick one of these greens up here that already is in here. It's already in the image, so it looks good. So I pick that, click OK. Now I have green over here in my color picker area there. So I'm going to use the Option Delete button again. So I hold Option, press Delete, and it fills in my selection with that green color. Now number 8.3, I'm going to get rid of all these selection lines by going to Select, Deselect. Okay, now here's a tool we haven't used yet. I'm on number 9. It says to colorize part of the picture. I'm going to use this clone tool right here. It's a clone stamp tool. It copies things. It's going to copy something from one place to another place. So I'm going to go to this colored image here. If you'll notice, when I press the Option key, it turns into a crosshair, like a bullseye, so I can pinpoint what I'm doing. So I'm going to go, I'm holding the Option key, and I'm going to get it centered right on that little, see a little white speck in the eye? I'm going to get it right on that little white speck and click. There, I clicked. So it knows exactly that spot. Now I'm going to go to this frog, and I'm not going to hold Option anymore. Now I'm just going to get that center there and click. So it's copying, and you can see if you look at the screen, look at the eyeball on the top, the colored eyeball. See the little plus sign there? That's where it's taking the color from, and it's copying it down to the black and white image, and it's giving it color. Okay, so now I can, now anywhere I go, everything's lined up. I did it once, I lined it up on that little speck there, that little white speck on the red eye. Now I can go over here, and it's, if you look at the top picture again, you see where it's the plus sign is on that color picture? It's filling it in down here. Okay, so I can just click a couple times. Anywhere I click now on this bottom image, it's going to fill in the colors. So I can go over here and fill in these little orange feet, which are kind of a neat little orange color. And what I'm left with here now is a color that's all black and white. I mean a picture, I'm sorry, a picture that's all black and white except for a few little places where I've chosen to put some color. And that's your final project for that. If you want to pick another area, a different area, you know, there's a cool blue on his legs right there you can get. But you don't want to do too much, because the idea is you have a mostly black and white picture with just some colors that kind of pop out. And that's it.